Hello again and welcome back. So we're down to the top five of my 15 favourite records that I've purchased this year. And in at number five, oh wow, this is just amazing. Nina Simone, Pastel Blues. This is part of the Verve reissue series from Acoustic Sounds, and oh, this had to be in the top five. It's just stunning. It really is. Recorded in 1965, mastered by Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound. The gatefold sleeve is beautiful. It's just another top job by Acoustic Sounds. This Verve and Impulse series that they've been doing this year. Oh my God, they're just utterly brilliant. And I look forward to every single one. It's Nina Simone on piano, obviously, with a small band. And she's doing songs like Nobody Knows You Unless You're Down and Out. Sorry, When You're Down and Out. End of the Line, Trouble in Mind, Strange Fruit, Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit, Be My Husband, Ain't No Use. It's just, oh, she has such a unique vocal quality, Nina Simone, and she just sends shivers down your spine. She really does. She was a feisty woman as well, and that kind of comes out in her delivery. And she's just, it's a fantastic recording. The sound quality is absolutely top notch. As I said, she's such a completely unique talent, a unique vocalist, and this really is a treat. Now, this is the only Nina Simone record I own, but I've been trying to get hold of I can't remember the name of the other one that came out from Acoustic Sounds, but I've been trying to get hold of that one. But that's rather difficult to get hold of unless you're prepared to pay over the odds on the the secondary market. But I will get hold of it at some point. But this one I bought because I just really love the cover. I just thought this was such a fabulous cover, and I'm not disappointed. It's just a stunning album, and I highly recommend it. So on to number four. Number four is another Blue Note from the classic reissue series, the classic series Midnight Blue by Kenny Burrell. This is it's not only an amazing jazz record, it's probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite jazz record. And I've got various versions, and I've got the Analog Productions 2-disc 45 RPM version. You may have seen the comparison I did. I actually prefer this classic series reissue. This was released in 1963. It's remastered by Kevin Gray, pressed at Optimal, remastered from the original analog tapes, and I reckon it sounds better than my Analog Productions. I love that Analog Productions record, but I just think this just has a little bit more added detail to it. Maybe the Analog Productions is slightly warmer, but do you know what? This is just such a great remaster. It really is. They've done such a good job, and I'm so pleased that they did such a great job with this. And Blue Note really should be commended for doing such a great job and not charging, a lot of money for remasters of this quality. It's absolutely top notch. And not only that, I mean, look at that for a cover. Is that not one of the best covers of all time? Reed Miles is a genius. He really was a genius. It's just such a great cover as well. Tiny picture of Kenny Burrell there, but like, it's one of those covers you could frame that. You could frame it. It's a piece of art. It's what it is. Elvis Costello did, kind of played around with it a little bit for his album Almost Blue, where he copied the it almost was where the midnight is, and blue is obviously where the blue is. Such a great album. It really is. Sounds superb. Real late night bluesy jazz. Just utterly brilliant. Utterly brilliant. I mean, I'm sure most of you have heard this, but if you haven't, oh my God, go out and get this. This is for $25, $26. Just unbeatable value. You will not regret it. That's just such a great album. So that's number 4. Coming in at number 3, a departure, not a jazz album. Joan Armatrading, her self-titled album from 1976, and wow, this is just brilliant. It's from Intervention Records. Kevin Gray remastered it, and it's pressed at RTI. But oh my God, what a talented musician she is. She has a sound all her own, and these songs have not dated. They have not. They were recorded in the mid-70s. They're still not dated. Songs like "Help Yourself," "Love and Affections," and the sound quality of this album is just phenomenal. It really is absolutely phenomenal. I don't have an original. I used to have a greatest hits record by Joan Armatrading, and the sound on that, and that was an original greatest hits. The sound on that was fantastic, and that was amazing. I left it on my turntable in the sunlight, and it warped, unfortunately. So I've got to get a replacement at some point. But this is three-dimensional. It really is. Stunning, stunning reissue. And Intervention should be very proud of this, because this is just fantastic. It beautiful gatefold sleeve, lovely package, not overly expensive again, and yeah, they don't do a huge amount of releases. Intervention. I think there's a couple of. This is the only Joan Armatrading. I can't remember actually what they do. I was going to say there's a couple of. I've forgotten the artist. I've forgotten who the artist was, but this is brilliant. And I've always liked Joan Armatrading, and this, I'm so pleased I got this, because it's an absolute treat to listen to. As I said, three-dimensional sound. It's demo disc quality is what it is. So that's in at number 3. Number 2, back to jazz, I'm afraid. Back to jazz. This is Out of the Cool by the Gil Evans Orchestra. This is, again, part of Acoustic Sounds Impulse reissue series. Wow. Oh, wow. This is just a stunning, stunning record. It really is. This was originally recorded in 1961. It's been remastered by Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound from the original analog tapes, pressed at QRP on 180 grams. Beautiful sleeve. And what a cover. That's such a cool cover. I absolutely love this cover. And the thing about this album is it's cinematic jazz. It's not your usual jazz record. It's completely widescreen cinematic jazz, kind of in the same vein, and possibly the only record I can think of that I've heard that I could relate, that relates to Eric Dolphy's Out to Lunch, but and also pressed on really quiet vinyl, which is great because there's some quiet passages on this album, and it really benefits from that. It's a full orchestra, so the only performers that I recognise were Ron Carter on bass and Elvin Jones. But interestingly, Rudy Van Gelder recorded this, and it's not arranged in the way, it's not, the musicians, I suppose it's because it's a kind of a full orchestra rather than, a trio, a quartet, or a quintet, or a sextet. So it's kind of, the musicians are mic'd up differently, so it's not your usual Rudy Van Gelder, drums on the right and, piano in the middle and, lead instruments, left and right channels. It's not like that at all. This is really cinematic jazz. It's got a widescreen type presentation, which I absolutely love. This is so brilliant. There's a track on here that it could have been a James Bond theme. Anyway, I highly, highly, highly recommend this, and this is just a stunning, stunning record. And Acoustic Sounds just keep knocking it out of the park with these Impulse and Verve reissues. Anyway, that's at number 2. So, coming in at number 1, this is not a new release. This has been out a while, and I have 3 other albums by this artist on this reissue series, and it's the best hands down, the best reissue series that I've come across. In fact, it's quite a thick one, so I'm just going to move it over there so as they don't fall down. That would be a disaster. So, The Doors, Waiting for the Sun, from Acoustic Sounds, a 2 LP, 45 RPM package. Oh, words can't describe how utterly brilliant this reissue series is. I've got The Doors, I've got Strange Days, I've got LA Woman, and I got this year, and I'd never heard Waiting for the Sun. Oh my God, it's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I've got to get Morrison Hotel and the Soft Parade now. I have to. I don't have those, so I just have to get those. This is, without a doubt, the best. It's the best reissue series of any artist I've ever come across. The sleeves are amazing. The vinyl is just fantastically quiet and well pressed. The remastering was done apparently on an all-tube system. So this was released in 1968, only a year after the first two albums. Mastered by Doug Sachs on an all-tube system, issued on 180 grams, pressed at QRP. As I say, The Doors' third album. Oh, it's just utterly. It's a pleasure. When you buy records like this, and they're not that cheap. I mean, this one was about $60 plus whatever I paid to have it shipped over from the US. So it probably came in quite a bit more than that. But it's just an absolute pleasure to own this. Not only to listen to, but just to own it. My Doors reissues, I cherish them like no other records I've got. And I've got some Beatles originals and Bowie originals, which I cherish. But these are just the highlight of my collection. They're just wonderful, wonderful records. And some great tracks on here. Love Street, Hello, I Love You, Spanish Caravan just sounds amazing. The Unknown Soldier. All the Doors reissues from Acoustic Sounds sound utterly superb. Utterly superb. I don't know how they stack up to the originals. I don't have the originals. Getting hold of a really good quality original is nigh on impossible. So if you don't have these, or if you've got some originals which are not in great shape, pick these up before they go out of print, because oh my God! If when they reissued the Beatles albums, they should have done it like this, because this is the way to reissue a band's work. This is the way to do it. Double 45 RPM, gatefold sleeves are just magical. Is the only word I can think of to describe it. So that's it. That's my top 15 records that I've bought this year. I'll be doing a video on my favourite covers, jazz album covers, soon when I get around to it. That might not drop till the new year. But yeah, that's enough from me. Have a great Christmas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment and a like, and subscribe if you like this sort of content. And yeah, that's it. It's been a great 2021. Thanks for watching, and keep spinning those records.